Namaste, namaskar everybody. How are you? Hope you're doing well. ¿Cómo están todos? Espero que muy bien. Doggy boy there. I forgot what his name is. Or doggy girl. Oh, I don't see anything hanging, so it's got to be doggy girl. Beautiful. Today, as you already saw, I'm doing a pilgrimage walk or hike that a lot of people do during Holy Week and on the weekends in general here in Colombia. But it's not going to be through a forest. This is just a little bit of the walk that I'm doing before I get to where I need to get to. And I'll show you. It's a Roman Catholic thing. So I hope you're all doing very well in life. Doing the things you love. Doing the things that are true to your spirit. Not what other people want from you or expect from you. But what you really want. Not the version people want you to be, but or the version you want to be, but who you really are and have been since you were a child. Before people started messing with your mind. So let's go to Maria Santificadora, or is it Maria Auxiliadora? I forget. I'll give you the information when I get there and look it up on Google. This is near Medellin. It's in Guarne, I think. Alto la Virgen. You can always take a bus if you ever want to do that in case you want to do the spiritual part. You don't have to be a Roman Catholic or whatnot. Just the spiritual part, since a lot of people going up there with good spiritual vibes. Now, just in case you are interested in doing this kind of hike or walk, you come from Medellin. This is the Medellin-Bogota highway, and you're coming up from Medellin. This is the top of the mountain on this side of the highway going up, and you get off here at this pedestrian bridge. Just say Alto la Virgen, and if you want to have a nice little breakfast before you go up, you go over there to Cuarta Negra Restaurante, the fourth black lady. That's what it means, La Cuarta Negra, the fourth black woman. And they sell excellent arepas de choclo with nice quesito, Colombian soft cheese and buttery. And if you're a meat eater, then they got your chorizos or whatever the heck you want. I'm not a meat eater. And then you get on the bridge here, you cross over. And if you're coming from Guarne or Rio Negro's all the way over there. In the distance, Guarne is down over here, the town. This is part of Guarne. That's the crematory place called Rituales. And if you're coming up this way, you just get off right after Rituales here or there, and then you go that way. Follow the paved road, the yellow brick road. So people here having snacks, little doggies, cool doggies. So we go up this way, and that's the sanctuary up there. They have a shrine at the top, Maria Santificadora. Ruega por nosotros y santificanos, pray for us and sanctify us. So there you go, and it has a lot of history. This hamlet is called Alto de la Virgen, this hamlet, what they call Vereda in Spanish. So we go up this way. Buenos días, ¿cómo están? So a lot of pilgrims, Roman Catholics, come up this way and they eat. Buenos días. And they come up this way, and you got some other little restaurants here. A big bandeja paisa, whatever, for 15,000 pesos. That's like under $4. And that's just pure meat and all that stuff. Not any veggie stuff. So we're gonna go up this way, and I was just looking at the information. Maria Santificadora. People just come and have a petition. Like they're asking for something and they pray. And they're asking for some kind of, usually like, help my mother or my father get better because they're ill, very ill, or my daughter or my son or my sister or my grandma or whoever, whatever, my husband, my wife. And they also pray at the same time that to free us from bondage and from confusion, because the enemy has us hostage, because they believe in the devil and all that, all that stuff that's going on in terms of how Roman Catholics see the material world and the stuff with angels and demons and whatnot. Now this is the gateway to this little property, and it's called Saint Michael, San Miguel, the angel Saint Michael. So they're very firm, the archangel Saint Michael, San Miguel. And there are very nice houses here. If you're interested in living in this area of Guarne, they are building gated communities here, like houses, not apartments. Or if you're interested in renting or buying, you can look. Like rent for 5 months or 4 months or whatever, 6 months. Well, this guy's going down fast. What a disrespectful, reckless person. And if you're coming down from the highway, you can always take the little bus that says Alto La Virgen right down there. It turns this way if you don't want to walk it. And this is all paved, basically. Refreshing pine wood, little miniature forest here. Temperature's around 70, 71 degrees right now, maybe Fahrenheit at the moment, about 22 degrees Celsius. I got one little village here that they're promoting called Entre Mundos, Between Worlds, a village where you can be. So it's 100 meters down that way, but that's not where we're going today. But if you're interested, look it up on Google it. Even though this is a private property and it has this fenced in, a lot of people like to use steel bars on their windows because of the theft that Colombia, or the crime, or the, let's say, dangerous situations it has gone through in terms of the drug trafficking wars back in the day, and the armed guerrilla rebel forces, communist rebel forces, also affecting these regions over the years. But this is a very safe area all in all, but no place is ever totally safe unless you're living in utopia in your mind. So this place sells natural juices, butifarras, morcilla empanadas, arepa de chocolo, burgers, right there. If you want to hang out there for a bit going up or come back down. I've made many hiking videos. I'm going to leave a playlist at the end if you are interested in that. And here it gives you kind of like a thing. It says La Torre, Sector La Torre, and which way is what. There we go. I think there might be some motorcycle taxi type services here, because maybe at the bottom some people might be offering them, but you would be advised to be really careful because it's risky, because they're not legal. It's not like in some countries where they are legal and they have insurance for the riders, the passengers. These really don't, so you got to be careful. So the hiking videos I've made, I've been hiking in India, in Nepal. So I'm gonna leave a playlist, and some here, and I think one or two in Mexico, but they were not really mountains except for Puerto Vallarta, a little hill. So I'll leave that playlist if you like those hiking type videos in Mexico. Two of them, one with my friend Rob Mills, he's on YouTube, and you've got guys who've been following me for years. You've seen him in my videos before, and we met up in Mexico when we became friends there, and then we met up again in Nepal last year, and then this year when he came to Colombia, because I recommended it so much to him, I talked so much about it to him. Let's keep going on this hike. The cost of that bus is about 3,400 pesos, 3,300 pesos. That's under $1. $1 right now is about 4,300 pesos. I love this little country house. I've seen it a few times over the years. This place is called La Miraje, the Mirage. Look at that country house up there. Wow. Let me zoom in a little bit. Let's go through the gates. Let's peek, not go through. Peek. There you go. It's kind of like that old game, peekaboo. I see you, but you don't see me. Peekaboo. Anyhow. Today is Saturday, April 19th, 2025. And we're approaching the chapel part. Look at this beautiful old doggy. People having their breakfast here. Either because they finished their pilgrimage walk up or hike, or they're just going up and having a break. And that's the chapel, Santuario de María Santificadora. This is a little shop right here where people could buy snacks. And another one. I've never been up here during Holy Week. I've only been up here like twice. This is the third time. And parking for vehicles who come up here in their cars or motorbikes. Then you got a restaurant right there, and they're selling religious artifacts, accessories, some fruit. And that's the chapel. Let's check out the chapel for a bit now. Doggy poo. One of the nuns there selling things, trying to make some money. And doggy poo right there so they can pick up the dog poo. Good that people are doing that. This is a spiritual place and religious. And this is the chapel inside. There you go. Right on that glass stained thing, it says Reina de los Profetas. I speak fluent Spanish. That means Queen of the Prophets. So more religious accessories and stuff like that if you want to buy. And the restaurant over there, how nice, it looks really nice. Classic type Colombian finca. And the coloring, very nice.
Los invitamos a visitar el Santo Sepulcro que se encuentra en la escuela.
So when you get to the chapel, just go around and keep going up this concrete rail type road up this way. Buenos dias. You know, usually, most of the time, you get a good morning back. Buenos dias de respuesta. En esta ocasión, no. But on that occasion, no. No sucedió. Buenos días. Ah, quesito vuelto en hoja, qué bueno. Ahorita cuando baje de pronto compro. Gracias. That's cheese, Colombian cheese, a big thick one, wrapped in banana leaf from the banana trees, the palm trees. They're not they're not regular trees, they're palm trees. Donde mucho. So some of these people make money off of this during the weekends or during Holy Week, selling these religious accessories and whatnot. You come up to this forking road, don't go right because then you'll be going towards Guarne. It's called Four Corners or Three Corners sector. This is Three Corners. You're gonna hang a left and keep going up. More people on the spiritual, religious walk today, and they're coming here to ask for favors from the Maria Santificadora Virgin, the Sanctifying Mary Virgin. I really don't know about the rest of the world in general, except for Hinduism, that they do a lot of similar things. And people in Colombia, the Roman Catholics, and in Mexico, a lot of them, those long pilgrimage walks, sometimes for days, and only resting at night, because they're asking for some kind of favor from God or for some religious, some kind of saint. So, yeah, that's what people are doing. And let's keep going. What a cute doggy waiting for the mom to give him something. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, bien. ¿Estás esperando que le repita?
No, él come quesito.
Ah, quesito. Tú estás esperando el quesito. I said to her that the doggy's waiting for her to give him or her some arepita with avocado on it and butter. And she says, no, he likes quesito, Colombian cheese. I said, well, that's what he's waiting for. And we laughed. I don't really like hiking with anybody, with people in general, but I've done it on a handful of times. All my life, just a handful, maybe 7 times total of all the hikes. It's just because I love to walk faster and everything. I have better stamina, whatever, endurance. And even after all these years, and in my 50s now, I'm in my 50s. Yeah. And even after major health problems last year in 2024 and at the beginning of this year, everything's coming back online. And I did a nice, yesterday, Friday, Good Friday, I did a nice 70-kilometer round trip mountain bike expedition all the way to El Carmen. You already saw that video. Look at that, some fruit, stuff you can buy. But I don't think they have any salpicón there. That's the one I like. And you got these other little restaurants here. El antojo, the craving. That's what it means, el antojo, the craving. And this is called Estadero El Mirador. Estadero is kind of like a restaurant on the road, on the side of the road where there's a highway or one of these rural roads. The lookout. Oh, that's because you can look down towards Medellin. You see a little bit of the northern part of Medellin, or is it just Bello that you can see from here? There you go. And that's a jarumo tree with the white leaves on top. White on the top, green on the bottom, underneath. So you got 100% typical Antioqueño type food. Enjoy our products. Bandeja paisa, arepas de puro choclo, calentado, which is beans and rice from the day before, leftover mondongo. Mondongo, never liked that when I was a meat eater. Homemade chorizos, sancocho, which is a type of Colombian homemade stew with a bunch of meat and whatever, tamales, coffee as well. So that's a place if you want to sit down and have a good view on the outside or on the inside. Let's keep going. Kind of like this little house, but mine is smaller. On my father's property, the second floor is not finished. It's kind of like that, but it doesn't have a proper roof like this one, but it needs one. And in time, when the old man has the money, and then I'll help out when I have more dough, finish it up so I can move to the second floor and have what I really want, my type of space. Now this is the sector here, this area of this hamlet called Maria Santificadora, because we're going left, continuing going up. That's the shrine up that way, Santuario. There is an image or an idol, not American Idol, boo humbug. Here's another nice little business here, like really, and you can sit over there for the lookout. Let's see. Oh, that's really nice, a really nice lookout. Wow. So food is going to be a little pricier up here. Buñuelos, 1,000 pesos, that's 25 cents on the US dollar. And empanada, the same thing. Torta de chocolo is the same thing. It's like a little ball of fried chocolo dough and whatever. Papas, 3,000 pesos for papas rellenas, stuffed potatoes, etc., 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 etc. Fiambre is like a typical countryside meal, like lunch or dinner. Usually they use them for lunch, the countryside workers back in the day and still nowadays. And natural orange juice. Buenos días, ¿cómo le va, hombre?
Mucho gusto, la orden.
Muy bien.
Juguito naranja, la orden.
¿Cómo lo tienes?
Lo tengo 5.000 pesitos solo o 6.000 con cola granulada y miel.
5,000 solo,
5.000
por favor.
excelente.
I said 5,000 pesos is a buck 25, basically. Yeah, it was under $1.25. Let me pay the man. I need some OJ, vitamin C. That OJ was refreshing. I mean, yeah, it's refreshing. And it's natural. And it's hygienic because the guy seems clean enough. I've never got sick by ordering OJ on the street when I've been on my mountain bike rides here in Colombia with my friend or alone. And this is the entrance to this pilgrimage site. Let's go up. And the guy was telling me that yesterday there were a lot of people here because it was Good Friday with all the processions, religious processions in terms of Christ carrying the cross, you know. And they have on this pilgrimage, walk up this way now to the sanctuary. They have like the different stations where Jesus Christ, stopped stopped because he fell or whatever. I don't remember the story. And I was born and raised a Roman Catholic, but I just don't remember. So people come and they touch the cross and ask for blessings. So it's illegal or prohibited to have any vendors or selling any merchandise up here or food in this holy place. Let's keep it clean and let's not throw any trash on the floor. That's the way to go. That's what it says. And they got the receptacles here, trash receptacles for you to throw your trash in according to the type of trash you have. I gotta be careful because these shoes, On and Cloud, are not really for hiking and on these slippery things. They really slip and slide a lot. So I gotta watch my steps. And that kid's gotta watch his steps. He almost slipped. Here's the third cross. And people are stopping here to pray, the third one. And it's very slippery because it's wet. And even my things are slipping. I gotta watch it. Oh, these shoes are really slippery. Holy mac. Freak. Like they say in Colombia here. Más resbaloso que un marrano enjabonado. Slipperier than a wet pig with soap suds. Soapy wet pig. That's the fourth class. And they're praying. Somebody's praying for them. And the rest follow. I'll do my meditation at the top. They're talking about when Christ fell for the second time. They're using the megaphone. We're coming up on the seventh cross.
disposición de todos para que todos nos unamos.
There's a nice tranquil energy, atmosphere, energy vibe of spiritual and religious seekers. Even the doggies.
Alabado sea la compasión nos dirige.
Esté muy bien, hasta luego. He's got his 3 doggies asking for donations with a little donation bowl. I usually don't do that, but he's got 3 doggies. And he's an elderly gentleman, so why not? So sue me, as they say. So sue me. Oh, I lost my footing, but I didn't fall. 9th cross. I'm a sucker for dogs. What can I say? Here's the 10th cross. Prayer points. Coming up on the 11th cross where the elderly lady's there. I can just imagine yesterday, Good Friday, how crowded this was. And to transit through here, I'm glad I came today between Good Friday and Resurrection Sunday. Well, they're not supposed to have these things, but it's on the other side of the fence, so it's like on their private property and they can do it. Just not on this side. This is the 12th cross. And these people are selling black coffee, selling tinto or coffee with milk, perico they call it here in Antioquia, or chicharrín, which are these are the things. That's chicharrín, like little pork rinds, fried pork rinds. Let me go back on the path. I'm doing this because I'm a totally spiritual person. And as long as the spiritual thing can be done according to whatever religion it is, and I am good with it, it doesn't go against my internal energy, I'll do it. 13th cross, right there. People light up their candles, pray and ask, and make their petition for what they want. And the people that have made it up here are now resting, contemplating life, or just hanging out. And there's the view of the other side of the mountain. Medellin is on the other side of that ridge. Parque RV's up in that direction somewhere over there. Well, let's get Christ on the cross. There is Christ on the cross, and they built the roof over it so the rain and sun won't deteriorate it so quickly. There's a 14th cross. For some reason, I always thought there were 13 of them. Now, some people are leaving trash behind. Some Colombians are very inconsiderate even of this spiritual, religious shrine, holy shrine here. And some people just leave garbage. I see a little bit of garbage in here. There are just some people, not a lot. Just a few. This is the 14th cross. Hey, girl. Some people are taking a nap. Maybe they're just tired from yesterday. If you saw my video of El Carmen de Vibral, that was Good Friday. I mean, this is a few days apart because it is. There's a 15th cross. Let's do the 15th. Yeah. Indeed, it is the 15th cross. And it has a prayer there, the 15th station or stop. Love is the real life. Love is real life. She's reciting a prayer. That's watering it down there, the town. You can see a little bit of it. And then in the distance is the valley of San Nicolas and all, where Rio Negro can be found, and La Ceja to the right, and Marinilla and San Vicente to the left, and El Carmen, all of that. I live in this sector here, in this area of the mountains here. Just don't say where exactly. Acércate y no temas porque has encontrado con tu fe la presencia de Dios. Bienvenidos. Come near or just come closer and don't fear because you have found with your faith the presence of God. Welcome. And there it is. The sanctifying Mary, Virgin Mary. Maria Santificadora. And people are praying here, laying their prayers, their candles. They light right down there. The flowers, they bring the flower bouquets, you know. All the candles they have placed today and yesterday. That's it for now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have enjoyed this spiritual, on my part spiritual and religious, for those of you who are religious in the sense of what religion or faith you follow. I am one with God, as we are all one with God, and we all have different perspectives of how to see God, and that's all right. I have no quarrel with that, because it shouldn't be imposed. Never. In terms of the way you see God, that's your way. It's all good. We are all one. And have a nice day or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Until next time.